share the screen and continue with this. So I was just telling that so okay, let's start. So in yesterday class I told you that there are two type of programming that you need to do in any application when you are dealing with the web application. When you're dealing with the web application, so there are three entities actually. I told you that we follow one model that is known as client server model when we are doing a network based system. So one is client. So client, I told you, is a browser, because every web application is executed in browser. Okay, so browser makes a request to the server. So today I will be more clear about what is server. Yeah, in last class I told you server is one which responds to client request. Close the door. Okay, so client is one which makes the request to the server. Door, close it. Okay, so client is one which makes the request to the server. And what is server here? Actually I am talking about the application server. So what is an application server? I will write it here. Application server is a machine where the application have been hosted. Okay, what do you understand by hosted? Anyone? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of hosting? Making the, pardon?
Making an application to be live, which can be accessible to everyone.
Yeah, you can call it that, correct. So application server means where your application has been hosted. Hosted means it has been uploaded to that server so that it can be accessed from different locations. So that becomes the application server. Okay, so I write down here application server. Maybe I get that diagram. Yeah, so here is diagram is okay. So this is the front end. Front end is what you see on the website. Okay, so whatever you see whenever you open Google, Yahoo, Times of India, or any other website, whatever you see, that is the front end. Okay, so if you open any website, I open yahoo.com, any other website, what you see, this is the front end. Okay, so this interface has been designed with HTML, JavaScript, CSS. I have shown you here. First we need to learn this language. So you can see it has been designed in HTML. You can see these are known as tags. So when we write in the form of greater than and small than form, this is known as a script, and this is scriptlet we write down. So in this there is a front end, and then there is the application server. Application server basically combines both this front end also, means HTML also, and the application server language also. Then there is a database server. Okay, so application server, then database server. The last part is database server. Okay, so where we store information in form of tables. Okay, so database server is a place where we store the information in the form of tables. Okay, what is an application server? Application server has been configured in some language, like the language we are using here, that is C#. Okay. Are you getting? And the design part will be written in the here. We are using HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. So I will just give you a glimpse, a look of that, but how it is happening. If I open the IDE, that is Visual Studio, if I go with the Visual Studio, I will open it. I will show you how this is working, how the layers are working. Voice is not clear. I think this is the microphone. I think This should be very clear, and maybe the internet connection or something. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going for a new project. So I'm going for an empty project only. Okay, I'm going for an empty project. If I click on this, so I will quickly show you this, but Visual Studio will start maybe from 1 or 1.5 week later, because we will be using the notepad only to write the codes. Because if we are using the IDE in the starting, then we will not be able to learn the basics, because what we are going to write here, if we use the IDE, we can do that code with the drag and drop feature, but that will create a problem while you are developing. You are becoming a developer or you are becoming a coder. It's better to use the notepad so that you learn each and everything by yourself. Okay, because IDE helps you in writing the code. Okay, it will auto complete the code. Okay, so we will not use the IDE for at least 1.5 weeks. We will learn the designing with the help of notepad only. Okay, so suppose if I add one page here, I'm just showing you this, but in the coming classes we'll be learning step by step. I just want to show you just the layers, how the layers are working. So see, the language is here C#, and I'm taking the web part, I'm taking a web form, and I'm just adding it. Okay, so waiting for it to add. Okay, so now you can see here, this is the part here. It's clearly written here design. If I go to the design portion, see, and this is the source portion. Okay, so if I write some code here for something, like this is a form. If I add one button here, okay, so if I use HTML button, input type, so what it is a button or what, type, okay. So see, so this is the front end view, means how the website will look like. So you will see the button on the website like this, and if I double click on this, so you see this if I am double clicking on it, nothing is happening here. But if I just execute it in some browser, means if I run this application on the server, that is IIS server I told you, so it's just executing. Once it start executing, you will see this, the server will run on this system. So if I show you here, if you can see here, can you see this pop-up, the small pop-up here where my arrow is, it is written IIS Express. So actually the server is running on my local machine, that is the server, and this is the page. And see, now this button is active. Okay, if I am clicking on it, something is happening, this page is loading. Okay, but this is a client side script. Client side script means this has been written in HTML. If I go to the source code, I can see all the code. See, I can see that button, that has how it has been made. Okay, clear? Because I told you the HTML, JavaScript and CSS are the codes that are written for the browser, that can be visible by the client. So there are three ends actually. If I if I go to the toolbox and if I use some server controls, this is an HTML control, client side control, but if I use some server control, like if I use a button that has been made for the server, suppose this button I am using, okay, and now if I double click on this, so I will go to the server page. So can you see this? Okay, so this is basically a C# language code page. So you can see the name of the form is form1.aspx. ASP stands for active server pages. So I told you web applications In web application we learn ASP.NET. So what does this ASP mean? ASP full form is Active Server Pages. So that is why the website name was, if I open again, the name was web form 1. So whatever name you give, web form, whatever it is, ASPX, okay, active server pages x dot cs. cs stands for C sharp, SHARP. That is the symbol we use here, like this. Are you getting what the name means? Actually what it is, these are the server pages, okay, and if I connect a database to this application, then this hierarchy will complete. So first we need to learn this thing in order to design the front end. Then a front end back end part will be the application server, that we will write down the code in C sharp on this window here. Okay, so what will happen when we click on this button? What will happen? It will go to the new page, or you will get a message that will write here. Then there is a database connectivity. We will use a database server, that will come on later. I told you this can be written in SQL server. Here the language that will be used is SQL, okay, structured query language, the full form is. And we will use one of the softwares, that is SQL server, that is also developed by Microsoft. And we can use other databases also, like Oracle, MySQL. It doesn't make a matter which one you use, but you need to use one of the databases if your application requires. Okay, so all this 3 layers makes a complete application. Any web application, when you are creating a web application, it will consist of these layers: client server, database server, and all. Okay, are you ready? So let's start with the first part, that is HTML, JavaScript and CSS. So let me open a new window here. This one I am saving it and I will share it with you. So HTML is written in the scriptlet form in the scripts, and these are known as, I told you, tags. Okay, HTML is written in the form of tags. Clear? HTML is written in the form of tags, and HTML is a interpreter based language. Okay, what is an interpreter based language? In this, code is compiled line by line, or you can say executed line by line. So you must have seen, if you have a slow internet connection also, the page grids gradually opens on your system, okay, line by line. Are you getting? So let us see this practically, how we can do this. Okay, so I will cut this from here and I will put in that same page which I will share to you. So I will share this file once the class is over, and along with the video also. So video may take some time. So what I will do, I can share this video through YouTube or something if it becomes very long, okay, so that you don't have a problem in downloading everything. So let's get back to the notepad again. So I told you, for writing the client side scripting language, what you require? A text editor like notepad, simply, okay. And how we save the HTML file? We save the HTML file with .html or .htm extension. Okay, so let's see how to write down. So I am writing the basic structure of an HTML page. For writing the basic structure, we write down HTML. We start the HTML, we close the HTML. Okay, you can practice on the notepad along with me also, or I will once I do the codes, I will share this HTML file also. I will let you know how to open this file once it is saved also. So you can do two things both. If you want to do it, you can do it now also along with me. Practice along with me.
Not visible, sir.
Pardon?
Screen is not shared.
Screen is not shared. Okay, just let me share it again.
Share it's not.
No, it was shared. What happens if someone try to share it and then maybe it gets released? I think if someone.
Sometimes it will be unpicked, sir. So if anybody want to see the screen, just go to technically APS and just pin that. So everyone can see the screen.
Okay. Can you see this now again?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please don't try to click on your screen option, because if you try that, what happens? My screen will be lost and someone else's screen will be showed. Okay. So if we start with this, so first is the HTML tag, then there is a head tag. In the head section there is a tag known as title tag, and within the title tag there are, so you can see one thing, that there is one opening and one closing. I am writing each tag 2 times. So this is the opening of HTML, this is closing. This is the opening of the head tag, this is closing. This is the title of the page tag, this is the title tag, and this is the closing. So why am I writing so? Let me show you once. Let me complete this, then I will be able to show you that why I am writing so. Okay. So this is a body tag, and suppose if I am writing a P tag is used for paragraph. P tag is used for paragraph. Okay. So let me close the P tag, and now I will save the file. I am just saving this file. I wanted to show you, and in the title I will write on my website. I'm just I'm taking it as an example, and then we'll compare it with the other websites that are live, and we'll see that what actually these things mean. So let me save it first. So I will save it. I can save it with any name. Okay. So what I will take the name as index, and I will write on .html. Okay. Save. I already have a name. I will replace that. Okay. So once you save this file with .html, the file gets converted in the form of a browser icon. Whatever is the default browser of your system, it will be converted into that icon. Okay. So suppose in my system the default browser is Microsoft Edge, so it has converted to Microsoft Edge icon. If in your it is Chrome, it will be converted to Chrome. If in someone else's system it is whatever browser it is, maybe Mozilla or something, that it will be converted to that. Okay. So how to run this file? You just double click the left click of your mouse, and it will execute. The code will execute. Okay. So you can see two things. Whatever I have written in the title section, you can see here in the title, and whatever I have written in the body section, you can see on this white portion. Okay. So if I open any website, suppose if I open for example if I open google.com, so you will see two things. Can you see the name of the Google is there here?
Yes, sir.
So this is actually this is known as the title bar. So if we see the browser, whatever I am highlighting here, all these section, this is the body section. Whatever you write in body will appear here in your website. Okay. And whatever you write in title will appear here. This is known as title bar, and this is known as the body section. Okay. So that is why I was just trying to show you that which part of the section and what does it mean. So this tag is in the body section, and this is known as title bar. Okay. Clear? So this is the title and this is the body section. Clear? Are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me get back to my tags. So if I go to the Google also, you see I have shown you already. But if you go and you see here, you can figure out some of the things, because this is a whole lot of a compiled code. So but you can, now you will be able to understand few of the things, very few tags, like this HTML tag you will be able to identify, this head tag now you will be able to identify. Are you able to identify these small tags?
Yes, sir.
Because only these two tags
Yes, sir.
currently you have seen, okay, not all the tags. So once you I will make you learn and make you understand what each tag is doing, then you will be able to understand more of these tags. Are you getting? So because this page is looking very complicated, so you will not be able to understand everything, but after a few classes, you will be able to figure out what they are actually trying to write. Okay. So let us try to make this more easier. So this p tag is used for paragraph, and suppose if I wanted to put the heading, what is the meaning of heading? Anyone idea? What is the heading? Normal terms, what is the meaning of heading? Huh? It appears on the top. Okay. Apart from that, huh? Okay.
It appears larger size when compared to others.
Okay. Okay. So let's see what. So if I click on this and if I type here today's news. So if I go to this, any of the websites, suppose I'm going to Times of India only. So you can see here that there are different headings. India News, then here will strive to have one constitution bench functionality, and this. So you can see different sizes of the text, okay, and different news related to that. If you click on any of the links, so you will see there are two things. One heading you will see, and then you will see a text related to that heading. So you can see here this is the heading, and if you go below it, this is the content related to that particular topic. Are you getting this? Are you getting? So suppose if I copy this only, so what I will do, I will just copy this news. I'm just copying this so that to save time. Otherwise, if I will write down this, it will take a lot of time for writing the text. So just I'm copying this, and I'm in the place of today's news. I'm just putting this text, okay. And in this paragraph part, what I will do, I wanted to write a paragraph about this particular news. So what I will do, I will copy this. I'm just copying a single paragraph. I'm not going with the more things, because that will also kill my time. So they have embedded a lot of links, creating a lot of problem while copying. So I'm copying this text, and if I put it here, paragraph tag, and if I save it, and if I go to my page, let me close this also, and if I refresh it, can you see this? If I remove the unwanted text that was written before this paragraph one, okay. And if I go to this place and if I refresh it, so you can see now that this has a bigger size and this one has a normal size. Can you see this? Okay. So I will do this consecutively with many of the text. Okay, I will show you other text. Now this was H1 heading. Now after the paragraph tag, I will write down one more tag, that is BR. BR is used for breaking the line. I want to break the line. I wanted to write a new line, so I wanted much more gap, so I will put one more BR. What is the BR tag? BR tag is used to break the line. Okay, it will create a line. It will bring your text to the new line, just like it will act like just like the enter key. Okay, while you are writing in notepad, suppose I am doing enter, what will happen, what is happening when I'm putting the enter key? Every time you put a enter key, the line is changing. Are you getting? So if you put a BR tag, it will do the same thing with the HTML page, means the view of the page for the client. Okay, so whoever is viewing your page, if you are putting 2BR, I have put it 2BR, one at the end of this, so you will see 2 line break in whatever I am going to write in the next line. Okay, suppose I am going to write one more heading, that is H2 type. So H2 is little smaller than H1 tag, so I am going to put one more news from here. I'm going to bring one more news from here. So I'm going here again. I'm going to use some other news from here. So I'll go back to the news. I will get some news, much more news. Okay. Suppose this one. This one is not looking some better one. I wanted some news where suppose I'm looking for this some news related to coronavirus. So suppose I'm putting this second heading as coronavirus outbreak. I put it here in my this heading, and again I will write a paragraph for it. So again I will use the paragraph tag, and I'm again putting it here, and I will add some additional function to this one. So suppose I'm copying this, whatever it is not related to this one. Let me copy this one. So I'm putting it here. Okay, whatever it is, and now I will put some images related to it. So what I will do, I will go to the page again, and I will figure out some image, like this is an image here. I want this image. So what I will do, I will go to the page and wait for the image to load. Suppose I am not getting the image, so I can get the image directly from the Google also. Coronavirus. So I will go to the images. So I will open any of this. I can right click it and save this image. So just remember this thing, I am saving this file. I will write down the name, corona virus. I am just writing this. I will write down, suppose I am writing very short name, C. Okay, you can write any name. I am saving this file on the desktop. Okay, so just remember this, what I am telling you. I am saving, just see the location what I am saving. Desktop, and my original HTML file is also on the desktop. So here is my file and here is the image that I have done. Okay, so first what I have to do, I have to go to this image and right click on this, and from the properties I need to find out the type of the image, that is JPG. Okay, so it's clear that it is JPG and the name is C. So now I will come to this place again, back, and I wanted to put it image here. So I will write down the tag is img src. Img is short form of image, and src is the short form of source. Okay, so source is, the name was c.jpg. So this image format was jpg, because image format can be from jpg, it can be apart from the jpg, it can be png, it can be gif, it can be jfif. So you need to check your format. Some Chandana is presenting. Why is this happening? Who is this? Why have you shared your screen? So I need to share my screen again. Just wait. Don't share a screen. I told you many times. Those who don't want to do the class can leave the class, but don't do this in class when you are done. Okay. So is my screen visible again? Yeah. So I have written this source, image source, put it in double bracket and then close it. Okay. Close it, save it. Now I have saved it. If I go back to my page here, which is open, and if I refresh the page, this is the refresh button. So now can you see this? And can you see this? This heading is, what is the size of this? And you can see this heading size. It is smaller than this one. Yeah. Less bolder. Why it is looking less bolder? Let me put it into the normal size. Actually, this is the size of the website that you will see. I have zoomed in lot of. So this is the H1 heading size, and this is the H2 heading size. So this is the news in which I have not put it any image, and this is the content related to that, and this is the news, and this is the image related to that, and this is the content. The content was very short that I have put it. I can put more content also if I want. Okay. Are you getting? Now I will work on the micro details of that. Like micro details is like the name of this COVID-19 vaccine, that is Novavax COVID-19 vaccine. Okay, so I wanted to highlight this. So what I will do, I will go into the text portion and I will figure out where it is here. So here I will do it first. I will do it bold. So I will put a bold tag from here, and from here to this place vaccine, I wanted to make it bold. So B tag stands for bold, and I wanted to make it little italics so that it is different from the other text. So I will put italic tags also. So you will see one thing, that I have opened the bold tag outside and I have closed the bold tag outside, and I have opened the italics tag inside and I have closed the italic tags inside. So you have to follow the same pattern. If you open any tag inside, it will be closed inside, and if you open any tag outside, close outside. Now the question can be, sir, if we don't do that, what will happen? If you don't do that, we see what will happen. So first let's see if we are correct with the tag. Just a second, I think I have not saved the file. Save the file. Let me refresh it again. So you can see it is bold also and it is italics also. It is little different from the other text. If I zoom in, you will be able to see more clearly. Yeah, correct. If you don't close the tag, the entire content will be of the same type. Okay. Or sometime it may be like you don't get to see any effect on the application also. Okay. So if you don't close the tag, what sometime will happen, you will not be able to figure out the pattern of the particular thing. Okay. So this can also happen. So you can use bold, italics, even you can use underline. Yes, by HTML also we can change the color also. Okay. So currently I am not reached that level. That is the part, that is the CSS part. So CSS is basically responsible for increasing the size of a particular text, color, design. Okay, so we'll come to that also. Okay, clear? This time we are not using, but we'll use it in further classes. Are you getting? So if I wanted to put this one heading into particular border type of line, so I can put a char tag here. So there is an HR tag in which you can highlight a particular. You can put a type of a line on your page. So you can see this heading is within the borders. This has been done with the help of HR tag. So if you put a HR tag, you will see a horizontal row. Okay, or horizontal rule you can call it. You call it a row or rule, whatever you want to call it, you will call it. Are you getting this? So there is one more tag, that is a div tag. It is full form is division, and it is an invisible tag which whose effect you cannot directly see. It is a type of a ruled line system which you cannot visibly see on your screen, but it helps to divide your page tags into groups. Okay, what does that mean? We'll see in the coming classes. Maybe in the next class I will show you this using the div tag you can break your code into fragments, or you can call it modules, so that you will not be able to it will not create a problem for you in reading the code. Okay, so I can put little divisions, and I can write down, suppose I wanted to put a note here, note content are copy write protected. Okay, and I can align this into center or right, wherever I want. Okay, so alignment is a property that you can use with any tag. So can you see this is there in the center. So alignment can be done for any tag, even for this one also, for image also. Alignment is a property that can execute with any. I have put the alignment in the division. Okay, so I told you div is an invisible tag which you will not be seeing a direct effect, but if you go to the IDE and if you write down the div tag, you can see the difference. Okay, so you can see this is a div tag. Can you see here, very small here written div just above. So if we go to the source code, you can see this div tag. So whatever, both the controls are within this div tag. Okay, if I create one more div tag, I can create one more division. If I put one more division, so here in IDE it will be visible, but even when you execute your run, you will not be able to see. Can you see this? Are you getting? But when you execute it, you will not be able to see these dotted lines. Okay. So these dotted lines are actually the division of the page. You can create a fragment of a page and you can use it in the source. So you see what is the fragment means. Here you see, I close it, this code fragment will be within this code bracket. Are you getting? So this, what it does, it actually as a point of developer or as a developer, what it will help you, it will help you in dividing your code into different small segments, and that will indirectly help you in dividing your code into fragments, and you will be able to debug, or you will be able to find the error very easily in your code. Okay, so this is for your understanding. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The screen is visible or not? I think again someone has shared or some clip somewhere.
It's not visible, sir.
Not visible, no?
Visible, sir. Visible, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, okay.
No, not visible.
Okay, now just now I have unshared it because I think there was some problem. Okay. Now suppose I wanted to make some breaking news here. So I wanted to make one more HR here and one more HR here also, HR tag here also, and I wanted to make it here a breaking news. Suppose this some news type of thing I'm making it. So there is a tag that is marquee that you can use here in order to marquee is there which you can put it here. Marquee will help in moving the text. You have seen in the news that ethnic news actually moves, so you can put it here. Okay. Okay, so you can change the direction. There are a lot of tags here, so changing this, so there will be a direction. Direction is, suppose it can be left or right, wherever, whatever you want. There are all the 4 direction it can move. So it's already in left, you can put it here right. Okay, so if you could put it right here, you can put it up and down also, up and down also, you can move in all the 4 directions. Okay, so you can put whatever effect you want here. You can okay, so there are more properties here. From there, there is, yeah, there is also a behavior property here that is used for to put it left or right. Less space for it to move. So there are more properties we will discuss in the coming class. Okay, so just practice this. Okay, practice this. We'll move on with more tags. So for this class, so I have told you in behavior you can practice alternate, then this is scroll, and then we will work on more tags like we can increase the speed, we can decrease the speed. Okay, so I will share the notes and the video both.